Hello, beloveds. Welcome to the Amanda Collins podcast. It's my honor to help you awaken to joy, be your greatest self, and live a life you love. I'm Amanda Collins. Each week, I'll share tips, practices, and rituals to help you feel the storehouse of joy inside. I'll answer your questions and talk with thought leaders from around the world about health, wealth, love, conscious living, and parenting. Are you ready to live your most fulfilled life? Welcome to Wisdom Wednesdays. This is episode 38. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. Lao Tzu. We all know about the saying, survival of the fittest. What about survival of the flexible? Life is so much more about surviving. It's about thriving. One thing we know for sure is change is coming. One of the things yin and yang symbolizes is that change is happening in every moment. In the morning, every second, we're moving towards night. As we're in the depth of winter, we move towards the newness of spring. The more we give ourselves permission to be free and not so rigid and to release control, the more we free up our energy. Think about trees during a windstorm. The ones that are willing to move with the wind are the ones that don't break. Trees have so much to teach us. They're not rushing around, yet they still manage to get everything done. They're not asking for permission. Which way can I grow? They just follow the light. When we're being rigid and inflexible, we set ourselves up for so much frustration and disappointment, and it stifles our creativity, sensuality, and joy. Acceptance is a really important part of the process. If you're to get up in the morning and spill your tea and then go out to your car and have a flat tire, you can let these experiences destroy your day, or you can accept what is and instead wipe up your tea, make another cup, and then get your tire fixed, and then enjoy the rest of your day. You always have choice. When we cling to the way things were, or the way we think they should be, we cause disharmony in our body, mind, and soul. Releasing control is so important, and realizing that we don't have control over everything, and we can't control others. And why would we want to? Bringing mindfulness in. When things don't go as planned, and we feel stressed out or triggered, ask yourself, what's coming up for me now? Has this really got to do with this present situation? Or is this from experiences from my past? For some of us, order, structure, routines make us feel safe. And when that order is in disarray, we start to feel unsafe and out of balance. If this happens, I invite you to just take a moment and stop. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is my safety really at risk right now? Just because my schedule has changed? And I'm guessing a lot of the time your answer will be no. Does this really matter? Is this just old beliefs? Is this worth my peace of mind? When we can differentiate between old emotions resurfacing, then we can realize that all is well in this present moment and come back into balance. Another great one is to learn to enjoy the messiness of it all. My children are some of my greatest teachers, teaching me to let go of control in the ways I thought things had to be. I realized pretty quickly I had to adapt to change with these little beings coming into our lives. My home and life were not looking the way it used to. I really had to get used to loving the messiness of it all. And I still remind myself when things get messy, just to find the joy in it. Otherwise, it creates inner disharmony. Ask yourself, does this really matter if it happens now? Do the dishes have to be done this second? Or would a run in the forest with the kids be more fun? It's okay to have schedules and to-do lists. It's when things don't go as planned, then we suffer. The more we can be in a state of wonder and trust when things don't go as expected, it allows us to see the magic in the moment. If we really trust that there's a higher power at play and that things are always being orchestrated for our highest good, then we can just give it up to Source. Where there is rigidity, let there be surrender. Where there is control, let there be trust. Where there are expectations, let there be acceptance. And instead, move with grace. A great exercise to do if you notice yourself worry about things not happening as you had planned. Allow yourself to be the observer of your thoughts. And when you feel yourself retracting, imagine that you're like a bird, free to fly, to change direction, and know that all is well. You can also visualize a gentle breeze on your face and allow that to remind you that you can just gently move with the wind of change. And like anything, this takes awareness and practice. Now I would love to hear from you. In what ways have you been willing to release control and live in the present moment in your life? Thanks, beloveds, for joining us today. Please come over to theamandacollins.com to continue the conversation and get access to all my podcasts, blogs, and videos. Did you enjoy this podcast? If so, please subscribe to the Amanda Collins podcast on iTunes and leave us a 5-star review. Feel free to pass this podcast on to your friends. That helps us get incredible guests to share their secrets for an inspired and joyful life. If you want more great resources, come over to amandacollins.com and join my mailing list for all my latest content. Thanks so much for listening. Until next time, I'm sending love,